Horizon, so aptly named, both for its majesty and its grand power. 250,000 years ago, one race united the entire galaxy for the first time in peace. But there is always the separatist, one who will not join the whole. The Arrowway, a race of beings unlike any the Iconians had ever known, sought to lay waste to the galaxy and the Great Alliance, to rebuild anew. They were cunning. One by one, they turned the galaxy against its protectors. And when the races of the Great Alliance turned their attention to destroying the wrongly accused Iconians, the Arrowway secretly constructed their greatest weapon.
Monsieur has out. Incoming gateway request.
From who?
Prior to Jean-Yon.
Our last defenses on Iconia have fallen. They'll have taken the entire system by day's end. And there's something else. I saw an Arrowway leading enemy troops.
Did the refugee transports make it off Iconia?
I think one, but I can't be sure.
All the more reason to complete our mission.
Find a way to survive, we always do.
We have to move the weapon to a safe location. I know you disagree.
I didn't say that.
You don't have to.
You know better than anyone that violence begets violence every time.
The Council made the decision.
The Council is gone!
We spend our entire lives, entire millennia, devoted to protecting life. And the same people that are part of the very alliance we created seek to destroy us. I don't want to use the Horizon any more than you do. Even the thought of using an Arrowway weapon is distasteful to me. We must save the rest of our people.
Gateway protocol complete.
We must go to the horizon and begin preparing.
Shall I open a gateway to the horizon, Monsieur?
Yes, thank you. I'll miss your presence, Alita.
Yours as well, sir.
Shut down and prepare your systems for cold storage.
I will do as you wish.
Shall we?
Report! 22 casualties reported so far, sir. 15 fatals. 7 injuries. Hull plating is down. Warp drive is down. We have torpedoes, but no phase cannons.
Load all torpedo banks.
You think the Romulans would risk staying in system?
They're waiting to make their move, you can be sure of it. Scan for any EM fluctuations, or anything that might resemble a cloaking field. We can't afford to have them get the drop on us.
Aye, sir.
Engineering, report.
Bridge, that last hit knocked out the port nacelle. Coils are completely fried. Best I can give you is impulse. Somebody help me get that fire out before it reaches the antimatter injectors!
How far in system are we?
We're approximately 15 million kilometers from Saturn.
We're sitting ducks out here.
Captain, what's going on?
Sir, 3 Romulan ships decloaking aft.
Friends of yours.
Incoming transmission from the Romulans, audio only.
Let's hear what they have to say.
This is Admiral Varric. Turn over the fugitive and the Romulan Star Empire may consider showing you leniency.
Doesn't exactly sound like a generous offer.
The fugitive returns with me or dies on your ship.
I don't particularly care which.
Go to hell.
Captain, what can I do?
Can you detonate the photonic torpedoes remotely?
Yes, sir.
Amelia, take us into Saturn's ring system. Get us there as fast as you can. Tamar, you know the Romulan ships better than anybody. Help Commander Gates find a way to mask the torpedo signature from their sensors.
I don't think I can navigate the ring system.
We don't have a choice.
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant, try to keep them off our backs. How's it going?
Plasma in the ring system. It should blind the Romulan sensors enough so the torpedoes appear as rock fragments.
Intruder alert! Intruder, we've been boarded! Take cover!
Engineering, come in! Engineering, come in!
We got company down here.
Get a security team down there now. Help is on the way, but we need you to eject the warp plasma. Can you make it to the controls? Cover me. How's it going down there?
Just a few more seconds.
Somebody get her to sickbay now! You're supposed to be a good pilot. Now's your chance.
That's it. Drive plasma's released.
Sensors.
Now.
Come on. They're almost in position.
Now! Status.
I'm having a hard time getting a reading.
Security. I'm taking Lieutenant Yaris to sickbay. We're pinned down in section B5. Security team is on its way. Hold your position.
We're receiving a hail.
I'll give you credit, Captain. I underestimated you. But you're out of options, and my offer of leniency no longer stands.
What about your officers? You still got men here.
Acceptable losses.
He's charging weapons.
Get us out of here.
Systems are down all over the ship. It's a miracle we're in one piece.
Captain, I'm reading another ship.
We're receiving a transmission. It's the Enterprise.
Captain Archer, your timing couldn't be better.
The Romulans are taking heavy damage.
Tamara, get us out of here.
I can't. The helm isn't responding.
The Romulans have gone to warp.
Damage report.
Where do you want me to start?
Any more casualties?
5, sir. 3 fatal.
Lieutenant Yaris?
Section B5 decompressed when we were hit with the last valve. They never made it.
Were you successful in recapturing the fugitive?
No.
Her alterations and involvement with the weapon make her a dangerous threat.
The Earth vessel Enterprise intervened at the last moment.
Enterprise?
Yes. There was nothing we could do.
You cannot allow this fugitive to live and report what she knows to the humans.
I know that.
You would do well to remember your place. The fugitive must be stopped at all costs. Do I make myself clear?
Yes. Whatever it takes.
How's it looking?
It's been a lot of work. Romulans did quite a number.
Well, I hope it was worth it.
Worth it? It's up to me. I'd toss her out an airlock.
Excuse me? It's just what? Is that what we do now? People we don't like? We just put them in an airlock?
I just was thinking that
I'm gonna go down and see Admiral Gardner. You let me know if you need anything. Admiral Gardner.
Harrison, at ease. I've been under a lot of pressure to finally put us on the offensive. I'm sorry I haven't had time to meet with you till now.
I understand, sir.
Please. You and your crew have been through a lot the past 6 months. I wish I could say that it gets easier, but it never does.
No, sir. It doesn't.
I've had a number of debriefings with Tamar since you got back. She's provided us with what promises to be very useful information.
It promises to be.
She was part of a top-secret program on Romulus. She's very highly trained. The surgical alterations and genetic modifications were going to allow her to enter Starfleet and perform recon on our offensive and defensive capabilities from the inside.
How do we know that that's not what she's doing right now?
That's a fair question, and one we're all asking. We're keeping an eye on her. If she steps out of line, we'll know it. However, that's not the issue. The issue is the intel that she's brought us. According to Tamar, the Romulans are building a weapon of mass destruction. 2 light years from Earth.
The Romulans would never risk building that close to Earth.
I admit it seems a bit unlikely. But even the Vulcans are worried. They're sending the Samir to investigate. It's one of their fastest ships.
Mission to speak freely, sir.
Go ahead.
The Vulcans. They advise us. But they don't make decisions for us.
The Vulcans are as much a member of this coalition as we are. We're all in this together.
And if the Vulcans find something, you're sending us back out into the field again.
It's looking that way. If what Tamar says is true, we must defend Earth at all cost.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, Harrison. I have nothing more. Dismissed. Oh, and Harrison, there is one other thing. This isn't going to be a popular decision, but if it turns out to be true, Tamar is going to be your new helm officer. At least temporarily. We're giving her a commission of lieutenant. She'll be filling Lieutenant Yar's spot.
Computer, begin again. Level 4. Computer, end session. I was just leaving.
No, wait. I'm sorry.
I don't mean to be rude. It's just... It's just not easy being in the same room with a Romulan. 17 years ago, when I first took up service with the Empire, teach me a lesson. Show me how a Tal Shiar operative takes care of business. He took me to an interrogation he was conducting. The prisoner had committed treason. I don't remember exactly what the crime was. Afterwards, I had never seen a man so proud. He looked at me with a determination I'd never seen before and said, "For the Empire." Not easy being in the same room with a Romulan. Nobody knows that better than me.
Ensign, everything okay?
Yeah, we were just talking.
What are you doing here?
Well, I figured I should get in some shooting practice. If we're gonna be redeployed, I'd have
Not you.
The same, but I was just leaving.
What would you need to practice with our weapons for?
Goodbye, sir.
You sure you're all right?
I'm fine. I have to get going. Are you coming to the get-together tonight?
I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it. But have a nice time.
Thank you. Hey.
Hey, how was the trip?
All right. Is this everybody?
Well, I suppose if you wanted to invite Tamar, she's technically senior staff now.
Marie, feel free to help yourself to a drink. Now that we're all here, I thought it'd be nice if we took a moment to remember those we've lost and to share a toast to their memory.
Hear, hear.
Captain, would you like to say anything?
Well, it's been hard for me. For all of us. 6 months on a mission to bring back Tamar on a whim that it might change the tide of the war in our favor. We lost a lot of good people. I'm trying, and honestly, I'm having a very hard time, but I'm trying to remember what it is that we stand for and why those good people had to give their lives. And I have to hope that something good will come of it. Amelia was always good at that. I think that if we had ship counselors, they'd talk to her instead of the counselors. She always managed to stay positive, even in the darkest of times.
To Lieutenant Yaris.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. Amelia being so positive. First time we had lunch, it was in her quarters, and we were both new to the ship, and she fit in so well, but I didn't. And she decided that we were going to have lunch together once a week, and we were going to become the best of friends. She's had a way with people, you know? She was so kind, and she wanted everyone to be happy.
What's going on?
What do you mean?
I know you well enough to know when something's on your mind, other than the obvious.
It's nothing.
Yeah?
You know me. We've been friends for a long time. You know how important duty is to me. Starfleet, what we do. So you know I'd be the last person to condone a relationship between a CO and his subordinate.
You and Lieutenant Yaris?
Well, it was more than that. Everything Marie said was true. That was Amelia. She was... It wasn't just some fling. You have to understand that. "19 years ago, before I joined Starfleet, I was engaged to a boomer. Her father was ill, so she was going to take over as captain of their freight hauler. Typical runs, 4 years, 2A. We had these grand dreams. Build a life in space, travel to distant worlds.
On her last run with her father as captain, they were attacked by raiders. They stole all their supplies, their antimatter. They were stranded.
Were they ever found?
2 years later. Not long after that's when I joined Starfleet. It was the only way I knew how to look for the people who did it. Make them pay.
So did you ever find them?
No.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
I hadn't told anyone that before. It's just that I never thought that I could feel that way again. Thought you should know. Jackson, come in. Jackson, come in.
What is it?
I need to see you on the ship right away. So, what do you think?
I think it's 5 in the morning. Some of the results I'm getting are a bit strange.
How so?
Quantum dating puts the age of the cube at negative 900 or so years. That shouldn't happen. Quantum dating doesn't give negative numbers.
It's happened before.
When?
After the first Indy attack. Captain Archer quantum dated a piece of their weapon. The numbers read in the negative.
So?
It was from the future.
So you're saying you think this is from the future?
I'm saying it's happened before.
Where'd you find it?
In a wall. I literally put my hand through a solid wall and I pulled this out.
Doesn't happen every day.
You know, I knew there was a reason why I had you as my science officer.
I do my best. I'm not getting anything here.
Hawk.
Captain, get down here immediately.
Right away, sir. I guess I'm just not getting any sleep tonight. Admiral, Ambassador, what's going on?
We're getting telemetry from the Samir, the Vulcan ship that was sent out.
5 ships. 2 base structures. I thought you said that this was in the early stages of construction.
Believe me, Captain, I'm just as surprised as you are. I thought I had the most up-to-date information.
Apparently not.
There's more.
The Samir is detecting strong gravimetric distortions from the main starbase, most likely from the weapon itself, all encased in a thermobaric cloud barrier that wasn't there before.
Side effect? The gravimetric distortions?
Possibly.
How does this weapon work? What can you tell us?
I don't know. I wasn't given that information.
What exactly do you know?
All I know is the initial projections, that everyone involved with the project was given, that it could potentially destroy entire systems.
Obviously, this must be stopped at all costs. Enterprise was on its way out of the system to rendezvous with a Vulcan battle group when they assisted you. We've recalled them immediately.
We're putting everyone we got on the repairs of the NX-04. It'll be ready to launch in a week. Sorry to put you back out there so soon, Captain, but we don't have a choice.
Yes, sir. I'll head back to the NX-04 and oversee the repairs myself.
Anything you need, you got it. 1 week.
Thank you, sir. Captain's log, June 21st, 2160. None of us were ready to be back in space this soon, especially for a combat mission. But the crew are handling it well, and if I'm being honest, better than I expected. Better than me. I know I don't want to be back in the field this soon, and I'm sure they don't either. But they're doing their duty. I couldn't be more proud to be serving with them.
How's it going? I think we're just about ready down here. It's been moving almost faster than I can keep track of. We got new antimatter injectors, warp coils, plasma manifolds. Rumor has it, we'll be able to sustain 5-7 if we have to.
I like the sound of that.
If you get a chance, check out the armory. Tom's pretty excited about some of the upgrades we're getting.
That's my next stop.
Captain, you're gonna love this.
What have you got for me?
In addition to what we had, 4 new phase cannon arrays, an extended complement of photon torpedoes, and my personal favorite, tri-cobalt torpedoes. Prototypes. Starfleet has barely had time to test them, but the initial results place the yield at 2.5 times that of a single photon torpedo.
Sounds like we ought to be able to hold our own against the Romulans.
Yes, sir, I believe so. There's one other thing. Prototype phase compression rifle.
Compression rifle?
Yes, sir. It works by literally compressing the energy, which allows for a much higher particle density per single shot, thereby increasing the yield up to 3 times that of a normal phase rifle.
I like it. How many do we have?
4, sir.
Romulans ought to like that. Keep me posted. I'm going to the bridge.
I'll be there straight away, sir.
Are you getting acclimated?
Most helm controls are more or less the same. It's just remembering where everything is. I've been in here for the last 4 days, day and night, trying to make sure they get everything right.
Did they?
Your crews are very well trained, Captain, even by Romulan standards.
Glad to hear it. Gentlemen.
Captain?
Sir?
Captain, we're receiving a transmission from Admiral Gardner.
Let's see it.
Captain, how are you doing?
I'm good, sir. Ready to get the show on the road.
I'm glad to hear it because I think Enterprise and the Vulcans are too.
Care to wish us luck? No pressure.
See you in a few days.
All hands, this is the captain. We are about to get underway. I know that we are preparing to go into a dangerous situation, but we have done the work and we are ready. Those of you who have been with us, and those of you who are new to the crew, I couldn't be more proud to be serving with you. All of you. We have a job to do. Now let's get started. Lieutenant Tamar, take us out. Lieutenant, maximum warp.
You cannot allow the Coalition to stop construction of the weapon.
They're bringing a fleet. You said this would not happen.
The future is not set in stone. I can only read significant changes in the timeline. When will you be ready to fire?
The weapon is, but I fear they will arrive before it's ready.
You must hold this location. The future of the Romulan people is in your hands, Admiral. Do not forget that.
How are you getting along with the crew?
Well enough. Ensign Sutherland seems intimidated by me, but she appears to be open-minded. We've spoken a few times.
I'm glad to hear it. The rest will come around. What we're about to go into, this mission, the use of deadly force. I need to know you're prepared to do whatever is necessary, even against your own people.
Captain, I am fully committed to what I am doing. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't.
There's still one thing I don't understand. Why are you so committed to helping us?
I've had doubts about my people's ways. I buried them for a long time, but when I first saw myself after the procedure, I realized what I alone represented. The annihilation of another people for no reason. I doubt I'm the first to want to change, but I'm the first to step out and do something about it.
It took the same effort from a few good people on Earth to make a change.
I just hope my people can learn from their mistakes before it's too late.
Me too. Did you see that?
What?
That.
We're experiencing extreme gravimetric distortions.
What about the rest of the fleet?
The Vulcans are reporting damage and minor casualties. The Enterprise is reporting minor damage as well.
We can't keep this up.
Are you seeing this?
Am I seeing what?
The thermobaric cloud barrier has grown over 5,000 kilometers since the Vulcans first picked it up over a week ago. I'm picking up gravimetric distortions coming from inside.
I've never seen this on any star charts.
That's because it wasn't here before.
The Massar was hit by an extreme distortion. They're falling back.
Do they need assistance?
They sustained heavy damage and casualties. They're withdrawing to Earth.
We're entering the thermobaric cloud barrier. Things are gonna get a bit bumpy.
All hands, brace for impact.
Captain, I'm picking something up on the sensors.
What is it?
There's a clearing ahead. Romulan warp signatures.
Can we get a look at it? Here we go. Open up a channel to the battle group. This is Captain Hawk. Starbase is just ahead. Let's get started.
Three more ships coming in from aft. All Romulan.
Open fire! Photonic torpedoes and phase cannons.
Captain, you feel like trying something crazy?
What have you... Crazy. Relay to the other ships. Discovery to fleet. Prepare to initiate tactical maneuver Alpha 1. Engineering, we need all power to forward hull plating. Take it from life support if you have to.
You got it.
Lieutenant, be ready. Now!
Two down, one to go.
Come about.
They're retreating. Joining the main battle group.
Hawk to all ships. Form up. We need to stay on them.
The Coalition ships are here. If they break through our main lines, the weapon could be at risk.
Then you must activate the weapon now.
It isn't ready.
It is your only choice. The fate of Romulus rests in your hands.
Admiral Varric to Control Center. Begin the activation sequence.
Captain, I'm detecting an energy buildup from the center of the clearing.
The weapon?
It's possible.
I thought you said it wasn't ready.
I thought it wasn't.
Put it on screen. Hawk to all ships. When we enter the clearing, we're gonna need to make a break for the starbase. We need you to cover us.
All ships report ready, sir.
Lieutenant, load the Tri-Cobalt torpedoes. We need to see if these weapons are as good as they're supposed to be. Ready. Here we go. Status.
Almost there.
Captain, we're receiving a transmission from the Lisek. They're taking heavy damage.
Tell them to hold out as long as they can.
It's too late.
We're in range. Fire at will.
Magnify the top of the starbase. I don't know about you, but that looks like a vital system to me.
Captain, the Vulcan flagship is sustaining heavy damage. They won't last much longer.
Tell Enterprise we can handle this. Have them assist the Vulcans. Lock onto those coordinates. Tri-Cobalt torpedoes. Fire. Report.
Massive secondary explosions. I think we did.
Jackson!
I'm reading a massive gravimetric distortion forming in the wake of the explosion.
Come on, get us out of here!
Engines are at maximum. We're caught in the distortion.
We're being pulled in.
Are the Vulcans still out there? They lock onto us with the tractor beam.
Can't get a read on anything.
If we're gonna do something, we better...
I've lost control of the helm.
Everybody out! Now! Engineering the bridge. We're evacuating down here. Hull plating is gone. We have breaches on decks D, E, and F.
This is the captain. All hands, abandon ship. I repeat, all hands, abandon ship.
Calm it down. Systems are coming back online.
Brooks to Bridge.
Bridge here.
The distortions appear to have stopped. I'm gonna run a full systems check.
Let me know what you find out. Tom, the Romulans.
They're not there.
What do you mean they're not there?
They're just gone. There are no ships within our sensor range.
There is something out there.
Captain, maybe the better question is, where are we?
I believe Ensign Sutherland is correct, but these readings can't be right. I'm also not recognizing any of these star configurations outside of the nebula. Wherever we are, it's in a star cluster that neither humans nor Romulans have discovered.
How is that possible?
I have no idea.
Jackson?
I don't know either. Best I can tell is that we were caught in some sort of subspace tear. As to how we survived it, or why we were brought here,
What about this system?
there's a